trailer. Let's go.
After creating a gaming experience that defined an entire genre and carefully preserved its reputation by only releasing a sequel once a decade, discover what happens when Blizzard sheds every designer that matters and finally falls prey to the eventuality all video game IPs will face. Getting a watered-down mobile version that doesn't even pretend that it's not trying to grind money out of you like you're a Nephilim Rift.
Not even pretending.
Yeah, you guys all have phones, right?
Diablo Immortal.
They all have
Welcome to the
phones, they all
future
have
that this
money.
random guy in a red shirt warned us about.
Is this an out-of-season April Fool's joke?
Where phones are now powerful enough to run an experience that kind of looks like Diablo 3, but they still haven't figured out the part where it sucks ass to play. As the sliver of skill and concentration that the PC franchise required is tossed aside for sliding your greasy thumbs all over a tiny screen, auto-running to the next objective while you fall asleep on the bus, and loosely slapping your abilities around at anything that moves. In an experience that reviewers will call the best ARPG you can play on a phone, ignoring the fact that the rest of them feel about as fun as giving your grandparents an oil massage. Not that playing it on the PC is that much better, unless you're a fan of playing the cookie clicker version of Diablo. Discover an adventure somehow more repetitive than a normal Diablo storyline, set in between the existing games when an ancient evil has yet again been awakened. You'll choose a champion from a team of the exact same guys from Diablo 3, using largely the same abilities, and meeting up with all of the same guys from the real game as you run around really familiar set dressings, where except for the usual expansive maps, they've been streamlined into extremely bite-sized chunks as you quest to find 3 of a thing that you'll be guided to immediately, to fight a boss that you'll mash attack until it dies, and watch a cutscene to get shot to a new area to do the same thing over again. All of which combine to remind you that you could be playing a better version of this at all times, and make the differences feel like exactly what it is. A mundane imitation that you're supposed to no-brain while taking a shit.
Literally just money grabber.
To prepare for the actually terrible part of Diablo Immortal, the microtransactions. As the game gives you a solid 8-ish hours of leveling with relatively few upsells.
I saw Asmongold video about it.
Grinds to a halt as you run into level limits for story quests, forcing you to grind away at the same content over and over again. Essentially stretching out 15 hours of actual gameplay into 30. Or of course you could just fork over some cash and make the game fun again, until you run into another gate a couple of hours later. And God forbid you get to the end game, where you'll endlessly grind hoping for legendary gems that will never drop for you, that you'll need to even contend in the pay-to-win PvP mode that you'll probably just stop playing once you get steamrolled by a character someone dropped a couple $100s on. All accumulating to an experience that will put off even—
It's basically who has more money in this game. It's basically who's gonna spend more money in this game is gonna be a bigger champion.
People that initially like this house fire of the game,
like to play it for free and even reach anything
that clearly need a gambling intervention to flex on the poors. Or so you would think. In a system which technically you don't have to pay to play if you don't plan on doing the endgame, PvP, or basically anything else that Diablo at this point is known for. You know, I think the most nefarious thing about this whole thing is the fact that you essentially have to work for the loot box that you paid for, which at this point, you're paying less for the items and more for the pain. Honestly, just pay someone to step on your balls. You'll probably save a lot more money.
Oh no!
So clean that phone screen and get your parents' credit card ready for a game that is a ridiculously obscene attempt at maximizing monetization at worst and a middling mobile title at best. In a bitter experience that doesn't come from a lack of technical prowess, but from watching a thing you love get processed by the same garbage content churning machine as everything else. Also, if you thought the reception for Immortal was bad, it'll be 1,000 times worse if any of these systems pop up in D4. Unless they add enrolling for anime girls or topless men, then it's totally justified.
Yeah, sure. Again,
starring Sigma Grindset, Snooze Satyr, Renfair Raver, Kung Fu Hustler, Leaderboard Hunter, and Actual Cancer. Diablo Shadow Legends.
Oh my god, did you see what he said? The Diablo with W at the end.
Cancer. Diablo Shadow Legends. I mean, come on. A Diablo game without inventory management? That's sacrilege. It's like making a sneaker without
Shadow
child
Legends,
labor. Tell us what you'd like to hear in my epic voice in the comments below.
Oh Oh my god. Honestly, don't play this game. Like someone said, I think it was Seraph said that you have to play the game for 2 years to achieve anything close to what you can achieve with buying. Like, get out of here, bro. Like, they're not even trying to make it fair.